Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back. Yes, it's been a couple of days, but hey, life be life, and my body shuts down. It comes to a point after like 72 hours where I can't go no further. And I've been like trying to do this video. This will be my third time recording it, but I didn't like the way I look like I'm just like depleted. I said, I can't present myself to these people like that. That ain't cool. We're talking about healing here. And a part of healing is to know when it's time for you to rest, when it's time for you to set everything down and focus on what's most important, which is yourself. I cannot pour from an empty cup no more than you can, and I will not pour from a half-filled cup because I know better. But those of you, this is the first time you've been here, my name is April Harris. I am the founder of IURW. IURW is intentional, unapologetic, rooted in a woman that you are already, not in the woman that you are trying to become. It's about remembering, excuse me, it's about remembering who you are at the core and being unapologetic about being that woman, 10 toes down, chin up, chest out, regardless of what people deem necessary. As always, before I start, I am going to read from my book, and I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to read a paragraph. This book is called Becoming Her Breath. It's called Becoming Her Breath. It is on Amazon. You can find it there. I will put the link in. I haven't yet because, y'all, listen, I follow directions from God. When God tells me to move, I move. God told me to mention it to you. He didn't tell me to put it there. Every video, my intention is to put it at the end of the description. One day it's going to pop up there. If you need it now, you can go to Amazon. You can put in Finding Her Breath. You can't say it's too small, but Finding Her Breath is the name of the book. My name is April Harris. It will be there. Okay, this is the front of it. Make sure you get the right one. Okay, today I'm going to read, let's see. The practice of finding solace in stillness also cultivates a greater sense of presence. In our fast-paced lives, we often find ourselves physically in one place but mentally elsewhere, replaying past conversations, worrying about the future, or simply drifting into a sea of unanchored thoughts. Stillness, by its very nature, pulls us back to the present moment. It encourages us to engage our senses, to notice the subtle details of our surroundings, and to experience life as it is unfolding, rather than as we imagine it to be or as it was once before. This enhanced presence can lead to a richer, more fulfilling experience of everyday life, reducing the sense of time slipping away and increasing our appreciation for the ordinary day. Now, today I want to ask you a question that has the power to change your entire life. The question is, who are you? Be beneath everything that survival required you to be. Who are you? Beneath everything survival required you to become. Who are you? Just asking. Have you ever stood in front of the mirror at the end of the night and said, I do not know who I am anymore? I know I have. I know that was the third catalyst to get me on this healing journey many years ago. I didn't recognize myself. Not because I didn't know my name, but because I no longer recognized who I was at the core. Okay? Because I had become everyone's everything, but nothing to me. At the end of every night, when I took an analysis of what I've done through that day, I recognized I wasn't doing nothing for me except for standing in this mirror and reflecting backwards. And all of the things that I did throughout the day was not serving me. It was serving the people around me, whether it be my children, my mother, my brother, my uncles. Well, I don't have many of them, but my aunts. They don't really reach out for me much, but when they need me, I'm there, and they know that. because that's who I am. That is who I am at the core. I am a helper at the core, but I needed to learn how to help me first. Okay, I had one aunt who enforced me to focus on yourself, mind your business. Her name was Lucy. Loved her to death. Love her, love her, love her, love her still. All the things she taught me, I still remember. And she was very unapologetic about doing what Lucy needed to do for Lucy first, period. She got flack for it, but she stood 10 toes down, chin up, chest out. The rest of my aunts, they taught me a lot of things, but they also were conditioned to look out for other people before they looked out for themselves. They come from a real big family, so it worked for them. But the fallacy that was because they ignored themselves for many, many decades. They pushed themselves to their likes, their dislikes, their wants, and their needs to the side for their family. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. So my Aunt Lucy, she told me that, and I'm so grateful to have learned the lesson very early. Very early. I digress. I became the dependable one. You became the dependable one. The strong one. Okay? The caregiver. The peacemaker. The fixer. Okay? I got a brother that I promise you, I feel like these people only call him when they need something fixed. And he's been conditioned to go running when they call. I can say in his the last 10 years, I can say that he focuses more on himself, and I'm so grateful that he does, because he gets to enjoy the freedom of being who he is unapologetically and be intentional about. He's always been intentional, but be very intentional about how he gonna move and what he gonna do. Unapologetic about who cares. My mama don't like it. Oh well. I love that for him. Okay. And after years of surviving, y'all, you wake up one day wondering, who am I? Who am I? Who am I beneath all of these hats that I put on, all of these roles that I play for other people, right? If that question has ever crossed your mind, and I want you to know that this conversation is for you. Absolutely. This conversation is for you. If you've listened thus far, I know that this conversation is for you. One of the greatest lies survival has told us is that we have become a safe place and a safe space for someone else. We have to become. That's what the lie is. We have to become the comfortable space, the safe place, the safe space for other people. So we adapt. We adapt. We do. We become quieter. We become smaller. We become stronger for other people. We do. We become more agreeable to other people in their bullarchy. We do. We become more responsible for other people's crap, but not our own. Because the moment that we start caring about what other people need from us, we put our crap down. We put our stuff down. It comes to a complete halt. Because they need our help. Oh my God. They need our help. We become less emotional. We become less ourselves. And because those adaptations helped us survive, it becomes who we are. It becomes our identity. Flag on all plays. Flag on all plays. But I do want you to think about something. I want you to think about this. What if, right? What if the woman you're trying so hard to become is the woman that you've always been? Before survival convinced you to forget her. What if the woman that you're trying to become is the woman you all who you used to be. Before you was conditioned to care about other people before you care about yourself. Think about that. Because as children, right? As children, many of us are naturally curious. We're naturally creative. We're joyful. We're honest. We're fearless. We laugh loud, right? We dream freely, right? Before somebody tell us, oh, that's just your imagination. Or that was just a dream. Or, girl, you got to do all of these steps before you can have that dream. Just crush your dreams as a child. And most of us had it done. We expressed ourselves without asking for permission. Okay? We expressed it. We didn't, nobody told us, oh, you, before somebody told you, oh, you can't say that. You said it freely with no problems, unapologetically. Excuse me. And then life happens, right? Then life happens, and it typically happens first in kindergarten, pre-K. I'll say pre-K. It typically happens first at the dining room table, like between ages of 5 and 7, or at church. If you go to any church, mosque, any religion, they put rules on you. They diminish your character. Because they bring you down to where they can handle you, deal with you, cope with you. They're comfortable with you being. At that moment of change is when you have turned your back on yourself. And yes, as kids, a lot of us don't have a choice, right? But this is why we're here. Because I beg of you to reach back, grab that girl, bring her to where you are today, and be okay with being who you are at the core. Disappointment happens, trauma happens, rejection happens, right? Abandonment happens. Little by little, it don't all happen at the same time. It happens a little bit at a time. We start replacing authenticity with acceptance. We learn that being ourselves sometimes comes with consequences. So we change. We allow the conditioning. We change. Not because we want to, because we believe we have to. We believe we have to. Eventually, the mask becomes comfortable, right? And we forget that we're wearing one. We forget that we have become somebody who is not truly who we are. I'll give you an example. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack every single day. Every single day. And at first you notice the weight, right? At first your shoulders hurt, your back hurts, right? Sometimes your feet might even hurt from the heavy backpack. You struggle walking. You got to take breaks constantly. But after a few years, it could be one solid 365 days that you're carrying this heavy backpack. You stop noticing it. Not because the backpack isn't heavy anymore, but because you've adapted. Your body has adapted to the heaviness of that backpack. Okay? Backpack don't get lighter. You just learn how to cope with it better. Now, imagine someone coming and just taking that backpack off your back, that heavy ass backpack off your back. Now you can stand up straight. You can breathe a little deeper. You might can dance around a little bit because you can move a little easier. Your feet don't hurt as bad. I mean, you're still walking, so they may, right? Bad shoes hurt feet. But it don't hurt as bad because the weight is off your back. And then you suddenly realize, y'all, at that moment is when you realize, I forgot what it felt like to be free. It's like you remember that, oh, my life didn't have to be that way. I could have been free flowing through this life this entire time. I want you to know that that's what healing feels like. It feels like freedom. When you are standing 10 toes down on being who you are, regardless of how other people like it, it's freedom in that. It's freedom in that. I got an aunt who has always been. I got an aunt named Sean. And I got an aunt named Navita. they have always, in my eyes, I have never seen them adapt to what other people wanted them to be. Never. They've always stood 10 toes down and this is who I am. And like will shut off their ears to you saying anything different. Period, point blank. This is who I am. Don't care if you don't like it. They okay with being over there. Like for real. Like for I've noticed something that all of my I have a lot of aunts and I love them all genuinely, unconditionally, and deeply. But I have some aunts of mine that have always stood um, as huge highlights in my life. I've always gleaned to learn from. Always, and you're gonna hear me talk about them because I can't help it because I know that the stuff that I learned came directly from them. And being unapologetic, my aunt Lucy, she taught me treat yourself first. Stop treating everybody else. Stop worrying about everybody else and worry about you first. And I think she taught all of us that, right? My aunt Sean, my aunt Navita, from a young age taught me, girl, be okay with who you are and don't care about who these people want you to be. They need to be wanting themselves to be something different. Don't focus on that. They used to always tell me, girl, you are so special. And I used to always wonder, why do they say that? Right? I get it now. I digress. Y'all. I had to share that. You are not becoming weaker. Okay? That is what healing feels like. You are finally putting down what was never yours to carry. The book bag is off. That weight don't belong to you. It is external from your body. It don't belong to you. And this is why IURW exists, y'all. I want y'all to know that because being intentional, unapologetic, and rooted, okay, it's a real major big deal in healing. Being intentional means asking yourself, what do I truly want? Not what will make everyone else happy. Being unapologetic means giving yourself permission to heal, permission to grow, permission to change in the ways that benefit you first. Okay? Even if people don't understand it, it does not matter because you are going to be unapologetic in it because it helps benefits you first. Okay? Being rooted means remembering that your worth has never depended on how useful you are to other people. It is never depended on how useful you are to other people. How useful are you to yourself first? I beg of you to ask that question every single day. And if you didn't ask yourself before today, start today. Start today. Okay? Your worth has always existed. You simply forgot where to look. Your worth is not external. Your worth is internal. Internal. It is yours. It's inherited. It's not given to you. It's who you are. It's who you came to this earth as. Okay? Today, I challenge you to start a journal. And if you don't already have one, start one today. And I want to give you, if you already have one, add this in as one of your journals, please. I ask you to, and if you got a brand new one, let this be the first. Who was I before I became who everyone else needed me to be? Who was I before I became what made everyone else around me comfortable? Don't rush to answer that question. Be honest with yourself, about yourself, to yourself. This ain't a group project. This is about you with you. This healing journey is a solo dolo project. Sit with it for a minute. You ain't in no rush to answer it. If you feel like sharing, share. If you already crossed that bridge and you got some insight, please put it in the comments. Because you may be able to help. So I come from the each one, teach one era. This ain't a thing of, oh, this is my platform. You don't get to go. No, share it here. Share it here because this is about me genuinely helping the masses. You don't got to go get your own platform to do it. Share it right here. It is welcome. Share it right here in the comments. It is welcome. Okay? And if you got to do a deep dive and you got more information and you want to be able to email me, message me, let me know. We can link up. We can do this thing on a Zoom when you can. My platform is yours to share what you know to help the masses. Okay? I promise you, you ask yourself that question and you give it some time and you really you be honest with you about you, to you, you will begin meeting yourself again. Most certainly. Healing isn't about creating a brand new person. It's about remembering the woman that was always there. The one beneath the fear, the expectations, the guilt, the mask. She's still there. Waiting, not for permission, not for perfection, just for you to come home to who you've always been, your original self. So, my final thought before we end this conversation for today. My final thought is this. The world may say that you have to become smaller for people around you to be comfortable. The world may have taught you how to survive. But survival is not where the story ends. You deserve joy, peace, and rest. You deserve healthy love. You deserve knowing yourself again. You deserve to know who you are at the core. Your real likes and dislikes. You deserve to know who you are. And I'm here to help you get there. Okay? I am here to help you get there. So let's heal together. Let's grow together, y'all. Let's break these cycles together. And as always, be intentional, be unapologetic. Stay rooted. And I'll see you in the next conversation. And hey, welcome to the IURW community. It's my pleasure. See y'all next time.